Yeah, Book of Moon, Breakthrough Skill, and Fiendish Chain going face down, and the turn being played, passed back to Ollie. Ollie using
Tidal secondary effect,
streamed to yeah. Also got the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he's sending Redox Dragon Ruler of the Boulders to the graveyard. He's got that Soul Charge as well. This is another one of those decks that can support the turn 1 Soul Charge. There it is. So brutal to be facing these combos. Here's a Max C coming down from Tom Paine. This is actually quite good for Tom, because now there's 4,000 life points he's paid into that. A Hope for Escape, yeah, 4,000 life points and Hope for Escape. What a combo! Not only do I get a bunch of monsters back, but now I draw a bunch of cards as well.
Wow.
And Tom only gets the 1 card for the Soul Charge, because all those monsters are summoned at the same time. But if there's going to be any follow-up Exy summons, Ollie's going to be giving away free cards to Tom Paine. We'll see how confident Ollie feels. Oh, a second Hope for Escape. This is utterly ridiculous. That now takes him down to 3,000 life points, leaving a 5,000 difference between Tom and Ollie.
He's just drawing his deck.
Yeah.
And straight into traded.
If you look at his field and the number of cards in his hand, he's got more draw cards here as well. The trade-in, very good. And it's going to be used to discard the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
And he draws into another Upstart Goblin.
Yeah, Tom Paine is definitely starting this one off on the back foot. He's still got the Max C up for this turn, so...
Just remind ourselves of what he's got set?
Yeah, sure. Who, Tom Paine?
Yeah.
Sure. We got a Fiendish Chain, Book of Moon, Breakthrough Skill.
and
another Cards of
Consonance.
Consonance. Wow.
Wow, there is draw power in the bucket loads.
Ollie starting today off very strong. That's another Blue Eyes White Dragon being added to Ollie's hand. Tom looking through. I imagine he would have tested this, and again, it's Dragon Rulers, so a lot of people are very familiar with how they work based on last year's European Championships.
Although the Blue Eyes Dragon variant wasn't really used in last year's
No, it wasn't,
European
but
Championships.
Blue Eyes isn't a particularly complicated card.
No, not really. It depends whether he's running Burst Stream of Destruction.
I suppose that could happen. You know.
I've seen it happen. You're getting a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, why not?
Yeah, sure. Oh, he might have... yeah, he's got those Upstart Goblins as well, which are also making those hopes for escapes. Really good. The life points, these aren't accurate, I hear.
No. Although his life points has just gone up. No, he should be on a 5,000 there.
Okay, so guys, please bear with us on the life points. So, if you ever want to know what a bunch of cards look like,
it's that.
On turn 2, just look at Ollie's hand and go, huh.
And Graveyard.
Oh, yeah, he's got like half his deck in his graveyard.
And he's distributed 2 for the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
And it's a normal summoned Blue Eyed White Dragon, so that's also going to deny Tom Paine of the answer in his extra deck, number 101. And I imagine Tom is probably okay, we're going to see another Synchro summon. It's a Zero Dragon. That's a Zero Eyes Silver Dragon, released a little while ago in the structure deck Blue Eyes.
Just checking there to see if there is any Blue Eyes White Dragon still in his deck.
Is that his deck or his hand he's looking at?
His deck.
Wow. Look, how many cards is that actually? I didn't.
There's probably about 20 left in there.
It looks smaller. Oh, that's his hand he's looking at. He's shuffling his deck. Sorry, my mistake. I think his hand was so big at that time. It's like, it can't. No way. That Azure Dragon, very powerful, and it's going to stop his dragons from being targeted or destroyed until his next turn. And once per turn, he can get the Blue Eyes White Dragons back out of the graveyard. So the Azure, as long as it's in play, is going to cause problems. And he's set Silver's Crier, which can get a Blue Eyes White Dragon, Phoenix Wing, Wind Blast, Rogeki Break, whilst holding 4 cards in hand. Okay, so Tom is going to fight back with an Exy summon. Which one is he going for?
Probably Gigantex.
Yeah. I imagine he's prepared that his opponent has an answer for Evil Swarming Cyshel Knight.
Which most definitely would be legal.
Yeah, would definitely work. I did count that just in case. But yeah, Ollie has like a million cards. And there's so many Dragon Rulers also in his graveyard right now that he can activate. Okay, Fiendish Chain coming up for Tom to stop down that Azure
And
by
he
Silver
can
Dragon.
stop it there. I think he's just deciding whether to.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. He might be seeing Ollie deciding to go for an OTK, or at least apply a lot of pressure during this turn. If you want to see what's going on over on Tom's side of the field, Trap Tricks, Trap Hole Nightmare, not very good against any Silver Cry Blue Eyes play. We've got Mystical Space Typhoon, Breakthrough Skill, Book of Moon, Fiendish Chain. I wouldn't be feeling too... I'm not sure how confident I feel if I was Tom looking at this. This start from Ollie was so amazing. Okay, so Ollie's drawn a Mythic Water Dragon. Didn't see these cards. Yeah, he's got the Redox as well, so he can make that Mythic Water Dragon a level 8 if he needs to.
Feels that he's waiting just in case of another Fiendish Chain before he...
Yeah, he's basically trying to whittle down his opponent's spell and trap cards. Ollie's actually in a very strong position, and by overcommitting to the field, he wouldn't be blown out by any of Tom's cards, but he doesn't know that. We do, because I can say, hey guys, look at that.
There is a breakthrough skill there.
Okay, so he's got Mythic Tree Dragon and Mythic Water Dragon. They're both going to go up to level 8 as a breakthrough skill. It's going to buy Tom some time, but we're going to see potentially how will Ollie progress his turn here. The number of cards in the spell and trap zone for Tom, he's just being given so many cards that he has to have an answer for, or just outright risk losing.
He is, however, running out of answers, and there is that soul charge right there.
Yeah, we might see the soul charge, but I'm pretty sure actually Ollie is going to be pressing for massive damage. He just has to see the graveyard. Oh, we're going to see a rank 8 XE summon. Oh dear. It's Hieratic Dragon, Sun Dragon, Heliopolis. That's is that 2 Mystical Space Typhoons?
No, he has a
Book of Moon. Yeah, of course.
Book of Moon and a Mystical Space Typhoon.
Hieratic Dragon, Hieratic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. Maybe that's what we should have called the Light, the Sun Dragon. Sorry guys, we're going to forever remember that not so fondly. The Book of Moon going to be stopping the Heliopolis from wiping out the remaining cards that Tom has, but there's going to be a large amount of damage coming in, although Tom has a bit of a cushion from those upstart goblins played by Ollie, although Ollie's got so many Dragon Rulers, his graveyard. Ollie is in such a good position here. We'll see how Tom decides to fight back here.
What's that card that he just set there? I see he set the soul charge.
I didn't actually...
And the bluff worked. He...
regardless, even if it was a real card, there was just that start from Ollie. He burned through that deck so fast. We were seeing draw power, draw power, draw power, Dragon Ruler, Dragon Ruler, Dragon Ruler, and then he has the Blue Eyes, which is just so good against the cards that Tom was main decking. Fiendish Chain, Trap Tricks, Nightmare, Trap Hole. That Silver's Cry was... I let him also outplay the Fiendish Chain and go into the rank 8 Heliopolis, forcing another answer. These cards, sometimes it's very intimidating looking at the set 5 go, but you can eventually, if your deck can play in the right way, you can force the answers from your opponent. And
definitely. And he was full of answers.
Yeah, Ollie just kept asking questions. It was more than 20 questions.
Yes, it was more than 20 questions.
Deal with this, deal with this, deal with this, and Tom just could not keep up.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
No Giga Armor or anything. Tom should be prepared for this matchup. People are very familiar with Dragon Rulers, and I imagine a lot of people didn't want to put down the Dragon Ruler deck, and when the Blue Eyes version showed up, a lot of people tested. I think, yeah, we see an XE Universe coming from Ollie, outright wrecking a Giga player yesterday. Taking out a Gear Gun X and an Abyss Dweller to turn it into a Mecha Phantom Beast Drago sack. I forget the players' names, but you guys can rewind that and check back our stuff from yesterday. Oh yeah, by the way, we will be leaving the videos up on Twitch, I've been told, so that you guys can check those out long after we've gone home. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of cards coming out. The 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, the Trap Trick, Trap Hole Nightmares, from the looks of it. He knows that... we'll see what Tom decides. Again, I wouldn't like to guess anything because I'm sat here, he's sat there.
Yeah.
Looking to play into the single elimination round. Okay, so wiretaps. Dimensional Fissure, Debunks, DD Crows, and Microcosmos. Okay, so it's almost like he took his entire side deck and added that in.
Took out Mind Control there, though.
Yeah, well, Mind Control's an interesting one. He's not going to be... His opponent's not really playing the same level monsters, which is level 4 is the magic number for Tom. Yeah, you can take hold of some of your opponent's powerful Exceed monsters, but you can't attack the turn you use them, and I don't think Tom has much use for his opponent's cards. Whereas if you consider something like the Hat deck, which plays a lot of level 4s as well, he can use those with his Giga combos. We'll see if Ollie has lightning in a bottle again this round, this game 2 even.
You mean draw half of his deck?
Yeah.
Because he's going to do that.
If it happens, yeah, we'll see how Tom's side deck impacts this.
It could be. I mean, it...
I don't
I'll leave my deck as my hand. Wegner.
Well, what I can actually legitimately ask, is he holding his deck or his hand? And actually take a moment to consider it. That's how ridiculous that was. Okay, we'll just... I imagine Tom will be looking to start this game. Let me shuffle up. And Tom having a bit of a laugh there. He's still feeling confident. You see, he's not looking frustrated or anything. Alright, we see his hand. We've got a Debunk, Maxi, Gear, DD Crow, and a Gigiano Mark II.
Now, something important to note that although Tom Paine does look confident during the feature matches which I did at the UK Nationals, in which he was part of, both times when he was playing Infernity, he decided to play Crazy Box and use the effect, and both times he rolled a 1 and a 6.
What does the 1 and 6 effect do again?
One discards your hand, the other one halves your life points, I believe.
Okay, well, discarding your hands and you're playing Infernity is not... Playing against Infernity? Or was he playing Infernity?
He's playing Infernity.
Right, okay. Oh, if any more monsters he draws, he can do cool stuff with.
What was even worse, he plays to the crowd very well whenever he's in a feature match, and the only 2 times he actually played Crazy Box was in his feature matches. He would do it game 1, just he didn't feel like it mattered.
What a guy. Okay, so actually a much slower start from Ollie. This hand looks pretty... Well, not massively aggressive as before. Oh, he draws a trade-in off the top, so this may allow him to go off that one card changing the viability of his hand. We've got a Gear set over on Tom's side of the field. He's got Wiretap, Gear, and one card I didn't catch. Okay, so Ollie seems to have stalled out a little bit from his draw power. He's got a lot of cards that would be great with more cards, but he's not doing anything. So this is a good window for Tom to press. And Tom has the Wiretap. I imagine he's not considering a lot of trap cards from Ollie, because of last game he didn't see anything and he saw a lot of draw cards.
And here's the Gear.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure that I saw an Xyz Universe drop down there.
There's an Xyz Universe on Ollie's table, but Tom will more than happily Wiretap that back into the deck if he still has it when that Xyz Universe is used. Okay, so Tom Paine drawn a card. He's got a Maxi, a Giganio Mark II, and a DD Crow in his hand. And he's got the 2 level 4s. It's going to make an Xyz summon. Perform an Xyz summon, sorry. Gigant X. Okay, he touches 1 Xyz material. Ollie lets that go. It's always a pretty sly way of doing it, going... You take a look at your card and go, I'll let that resolve. And you know you're holding a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is fine.
But you know that the next play for a Giga player is usually to make another Giga X, and he'd be happy if that happened.
Yeah, well, he's got the XE Universe, and he's going to let his opponent try and commit to it so he can get this XE Universe off, but Tom is more than prepared. Okay, no, he goes into his battle phase and declares the attack, and goes for the Blue Eyes White Dragon and gets punished by the DD Crow. So he's going to press in for 4,000 damage here, and that's going to severely weaken Ollie's Soul Charge abilities, and he's not burned through his deck anywhere near as fast. He's holding a Burial from a different dimension, a Cards of Constance, and a Soul Charge. Soul Charge, he's got no monsters. Cards of Constance, he's got no tuners to discard, and the Burial would be rather lackluster, only returning that Blue Eyes to the graveyard. While we look at Tom, he's got a Giga Accelerator, a Max C, and a Giganeo Mark II. Okay, he tributes the Accelerator and turns it into a Giga Armor, which we saw a lot yesterday.
Cards of Constance.
Oh, yeah, he has. Oh, and he draws a second White Stone of Lead, and that's really good for Ollie. He was not in a good place until then. And a trade-in. Oh God.
And it starts.
He's just jumped on the crazy train and said, "Choo choo, we're doing this."
I wish we could have just a counter on the screen, just to show how many cards he is drawing. I think we're looking at 4 so far this turn. Plus his normal draw phase, the trade-in for another 2.
We'll try and keep up, but he's playing cards so fast. I think our tech guys are struggling to see what's going on. We've got Soul Charge, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, and a Tidal Royal Decree in his hand. On the field we've got, going to see Mystical Space Typhoons coming out, taking out Wiretap. Okay, and Debunk also going down. Soul Charge. That's, now we've got some dragons. This entire hand fixed by a single draw.
Now he pays 2,000?
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
he's already reorganised his graveyard there, so
yeah.
Be in trouble if he doesn't.
Oh, he's going for
3,000. Wow.
That's confidence right there. Oh, there's Max C being played by Tom. Now that Ollie's paid all these life points, he's committed to these plays, so Tom's going to be picking up extra cards. He's got a Gear Go. I can show you the cards in his hand. Okay, so we're going to see a Zero Eyes Silver Dragon.
And I do believe that there's going to be 2 dragons removed there.
Okay, he's checking his opponent's deck because his opponent no longer has any more Blue Eyes White Dragons. So Tom's just confirming that there's no Blue Eyes in there. Not pulling the wool over my eyes. Although I'm pretty sure he's happy that his opponent doesn't get a free card.
Very good technique to see what your opponent's got left as well.
Yeah, if you take a lot of time researching these deck lists and stuff and talking in your play groups, you can almost memorize what they're playing and then figure out what cards they have in their hand by looking at the graveyard, checking the deck, seeing the hand. Of course, you're expected to play at a reasonable speed.
Tidal.
Right? Okay.
And Synchro.
Synchro Shogun.
Into the Stardust.
Yeah, that's a Stardust Dragon.
He sets his hand and passes.
Yep, that's Soul Charge blocking him from attacking. Oh, Tom drawing the Solemn Warning this stage into an established board. As we saw this yesterday actually be the nail in the coffin for so many players. There's a Royal Decree over on Ollie's side as well. So Tom's got quite a few cards to work with, but we do know Ollie has that XE Universe face down. He's only got 1,000 life points though.
And Tom Paine is on 9,000.
Tell you what, he could win this easy if he just played Limiter Removal. Attack your Stardust, Limiter Removal.
What is it that we've got face down on?
I've got an XE Universe, Royal Decree, and I've got one card that is not turning up on my screen. Alright, let's see. It's a Giga Armor flip. I'm trying to tilt my head around to see again.
Yeah, it's a screen. You can't do that.
Yeah, we've got a big monitor in front of us, so we can see what you guys can see. And I keep trying to peek around and see the cards. Okay, so Giga Armor. Gonna search for Giga Accelerator. Giga Armor effect to return. I guess. Yeah, Giga goes to defense mode. I didn't see what he did with the Giga Armor. It went face down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom checking his graveyard again. The thing is here, he's
Tom
going.
maybe is expecting the Xyz universe.
Yeah, I can imagine, especially after we saw how it absolutely destroyed our Giga player yesterday. But the thing with this player here is he's trying to wall up because he's seen all of these Dragon Warrior plays and he's holding a large number of trap cards, and Ollie has the Royal Decree, but if Ollie's forced to use that Royal Decree, he won't be able to use Xyz Universe.
That is true.
So yeah, Ollie goes for the Royal Decree
straight away.
Okay, so he is bringing a Blue Eyes White Dragon back this turn, if he has one.
Don't believe he does. He is.
He will in a moment. There's a lot of face down. There's a lot of defense monsters, so he's got a bit of a brick wall to get through here. Might just decide he doesn't need that Xyz Universe. He forced Tom to play around it on that turn, and then when Tom made the alternative play, it's like, I'd rather not lose the game to the Xyz Universe. I'll try and wall up, and we'll figure something out. And then that Royal Decree locking him out of his Breakthrough of Skill and Solemn Warning, in case you're interested.
He can title regardless, so he can bring out his rank 7s, I believe?
No,
rank 8.
Looks like he's attacking. Okay, so yeah, he destroys Gigant X, which brings back a Gigania. Zero Eyes is going to take the armor. Tom getting a search because the Giga armor is flipped face up.
He doesn't actually have that many Giga cards in his deck left.
Yeah, actually this is something that can happen to Gigas, because they play around a monster count of about 13, 14.
And there.
Yeah, Giga armor taken out and a Giga accelerator added. So Tom has all of these cards.
Plus the Stardust.
That's Ollie that has the Stardust.
Yeah, there's that Stardust there, though. I don't think that Ollie is worried.
No, Ollie has just as many cards as his opponent.
He's getting rid of the Stardust.
Divine Dragon Felgrand, equally as dangerous card. So now Tom is locked out of his trap cards, and he's also he uses the Breakthrough skill. It gets negated by the Royal Decree, but then if Divine Dragon Felgrand tries to use its effect in Tom's turn, Tom can chain the Breakthrough skill and negate that Felgrand. Otherwise, he was going to be looking at a turn where one of his effects is going to be negated and his trap cards are locked out from him. Although the only trap that he has is Solemn Warning, which is not so good in your own turn. Well, it can be.
Yeah.
Giga Accelerator coming down from Tom. So all you Giga fanatics can take a look at this and almost play sing along and figure out what's going to happen next. And in case you're wondering what you're playing against, on the opposing side of the field, it's an Xyz Universe, a Zero Eyes Silver Dragon, Royal Decree, Tidal, Divine Dragon Knight, Felgrand, and Regeki Break. Although Regeki Break and Xyz Universe not usable because of that Royal Decree. So this is how Tom decides to play here. He tributes the Gigania. Yep. Giga Armor.
And here's his first Xyz summon.
Actually. Okay. And we're going to see another Xyz summon.
Let's see what out there.
It's Karn Gorgon Illumiscent Knight. I'll pull that one up for you in case you've not seen that one before. Okay, it lets him move the targets of cards around, and he's made a number 80. How would you say this? Rhapsody in Berserk?
Rhapsody in
Berserk.
Yeah.
It actually, oh yeah. He only had 1,000 life points left, so
yeah, that was game.
Yep. So Tom looks for the window and goes through it. It's the own Royal Decree from Ollie, locking him out of what would have been a crushing Xyz Universe. Although Tom had the Solemn Warning, so actually, you know what, Tom he saw a window. That Soul Charge just didn't pay off in the end.
No.
Ollie had the massive field and had no life points to back it up.
Definitely. It really depends because he was responding to a wall as well.
Yeah, that was Ollie's field was really strong, but Tom, seeing that, he played the breakthrough skill, so he had the answer to the Divine Dragon Felgrand in his own turn, even through the World Decree, because World Decree negates traps on the field. And then he makes some XE summons and goes, I'm going for a massive. Just all I need to do is chip you for 1,000. I don't need to win the board, my field position. So he makes XE summon, powers it up with number 80, and just swings over.
Definitely.
Very well played by Tom. Just snapping victory there from what could have been the duel. Well, I suppose any other option would have been the duels of defeat.
Pretty much the duels of defeat.
Yeah. I got no great puns for that.
You can't really pun that.
This is a very good card. People should definitely consider playing number 80, Rhapsody in Berserk. It gives it gives graveyard disruption, and Armory Arm was a pretty good card when you could power up guys.
Royal Decree did and did not win the game for him there.
I think in either scenario Tom would have been okay, but the Royal Decree was supposed to make Ollie feel very confident, and he ultimately couldn't get through. I heard a siren. I don't know what that was.
Neither do I. Oh, it's an announcement. There you go.
Okay, downstairs is time on the round. We've got a bit of extra time up here.
Yes, we have.
We figured it'd be a bit mean to call the round out and then tell these players to run up 3 flights of stairs and say, oh, by the way, time started 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, that would be just rude.
Here's some tidiness penalties while you're at it. Just thank you for taking a streaming feature match. Okay, so we're going to see that pile shuffle you're so fond of.
It's always interesting the way people shuffle. I know you're laughing, but
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
You've heard of the
people
expression,
must agree with me.
Watching paint dry.
It's not No, it's not.
It's just
you play against a guy and you're just like, yeah, I don't care. And then you see him and he's power shuffling. And you think he either doesn't want the cards together or.
So you judge the skill level of the player by, oh, he knows what he's doing. He's power shuffling in 8s. If he's in 6s, it's not right.
The prime number is 7.
The prime number is 7.
The prime number to shuffle is 7 passes.
Well, why 7?
Just is.
Okay.
I don't even question it. It just is.
You've read that somewhere.
Yes.
And you've just taken this fact to heart.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened.
To be fair, I do this all the time. I hear something and I'll say it in the office, and they'll just laugh at me and go, that's not true.
This has happened before. Then again,
players drawing their opening hands. Guys, in the comments, please let us know. Shuffling, exciting, yay or nay? Soul Charge, Upstart Goblin, White Stone of Legend, Blue Eyes, White Dragon. I think that's a Redox, and another Upstart Goblin.
Sometimes I just concede games so I can see the shuffle again.
Just back to win game 2. No. I have to know how you're going to do this game 3. Come on. I can
shuffle. Go on.
Okay, so we're going to see Upstart Goblin turn 1. We talked a little bit about this yesterday and how many players consider the Patrick Holben, the North American champion, WCQ champion last year, popularised Upstart Goblin. I've got a few cards over in Tom's hand.
People do always say it's like having 38 cards in your deck.
37.
37. Is it a 3?
Yeah, you play 3 Upstart Goblin, yeah. Okay, so we're seeing deck. Although, has he reached a dead end? He's got a Phoenix Wind Blast, Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Soul Charge, another Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Redox, and a Debris Dragon. So actually, yeah, he's not going to be drawing any more cards this turn. And until he gets some trade-ins or something to do with those Blue Eyes White Dragons. Okay, so here's Tom's turn. The Dragon Ruler player decides to just, Ollie just decides to set Soul Charge and Phoenix Wind Blast. So we're going to see a Gear Arsenal. It's just going to attack. Ollie most likely not going to... Well, actually, no, I'll let Ollie make the play and we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, he goes for the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. It's going to put the Giga Arsenal back on top of Tom's deck and force him to draw it again next turn. Okay, right. This is a powerful card from Tom Paine. That Dimensional Fissure, I'll pull that up for you guys. No, I won't.
Or not.
That Dimensional Fissure means any monster that would go to the graveyard gets banished instead, unless it was an Xyz material. So this is going to stop Ollie getting those Dragon Rulers in the graveyard. So Ollie has to find a way to deal with this Dimensional Fissure, while all at the same time while Tom is hammering him with these XZ summons. And oh, there's a Royal Decree, a Soul Charge over on Ollie's side of the field, and in his hand he has Redox, Blue Eyes, Soul Charge. Both those Soul Charges not going to be very effective as long as that Dimensional Fissure keeps monsters banished, but there is a Blue Eyes White Dragon in that graveyard that I can see on the top. Okay, so the Debris Dragon gets attacked, and then the Giga Arsenal gets in. If I'm Tom and I see that Debris Dragon getting set, I know Ollie is probably pretty desperate. So yeah, he's getting a Giga Armor with the Giga Arsenal. And Giga Arsenal just goes face down, and Roll the Decree is flipped. Oh, it's a Curry Bandit drawn by Ollie. It's the Pirate Creeper. Okay, he's soul charging for 2, and that's a Blue Eyes White Dragon. And did you catch the second card? When we get cameraing on the second, we'll see what that is. Oh, it's a tuna monster, so you can make the Zero Eyes Silver Dragon and a Crew Bandit. Tom says, yeah, that's fine. Crew Bandit's going to excavate the top 5 cards of his deck and then put a spell or trap in Ollie's hand. Ollie adding an Upstart Goblin. Ooh. Oh, the title is going to trigger because it gets banished by the Dimensional Fissure.
It's a Mythic Water Dragon?
Yes.
I believe.
I don't know. Adding that Upstart Goblin from Crew Bandit, that must be rough. He was probably looking for an answer for the Dimensional Fissure. But he has a pretty big wall. Oh, there's a Regeki Break. Wait, was that used or?
It was milled.
Oh, so you mean
excavated.
Excavated. Right,
yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so Tom going to be playing, just in case you're interested in what Tom's hiding, it's a Mystical Space Typhoon and a Compulsory Evacuation Device. I love this card. The artwork is just a
fantastic
guy. This I played this card, multiple copies of this card a long time ago when I was playing what we call Beastdown. It was Enraged Battle Oxes and stuff like this. Is long time ago, and there's a lot of people playing the Scapegoat Thousand Eyes Restrict deck at that time, and my deck just like kitted to just pierce over all of their monsters. Like, activate Scapegoat, so there you. A lot of people losing to Berserk Gorilla. If that happens to you outside a battle pack, you have my condolences. So, Tom. How does Tom go from here? He's got a lot of cards in hand and a lot of cards on the field. 2 Giga Accelerators. We're going to see an XD summon. That Royal Decree is giving Tom information that his opponent is not going to XE Universe him. Nope. Tom going again for another XE summon after using Gigant X to get Giga Accelerator.
Well, he's got nothing to really worry about anymore, because that Royal Decree is going to shut down any XE universe that he was expecting. Yeah, he's looking for more ways to punish that graveyard from Ollie. Wow, Ollie's set up this Dimensional Fissure really putting the work in.
Gear going to X, getting a power up from number 80.
May very well. The game at this point, there is a lot of damage coming out of that field.
Wow, he almost has a full field here. Acid Golem.
3,500.
Okay.
Which is going to run over there.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting Acid Golem. And
Yeah,
there's the
that's
handshake.
game. Wow.
Wow, Acid Golem, putting the damage in. It's exactly 5,300. He destroys the Azure Dragon and then gets in for 5.
Yeah, and then just
3,000, 2,300.
wow.
Tom. Wow, top man. Seeing the window and just going for it. The Royal Decree is not as effective as Ollie would have hoped against Tom.
But as I said, Tom Paine is a Game 2, Game 3 winner. He
Oh
always
yeah,
is.
it's like, oh, I'll just lose game
I
one.
mean, essentially, he always does.
Must be that shuffling, right?
He's such a showman. That's basically what it is. He just, as soon as he plays a game, he's like, well, if I lose game 1 or I lose game 2, I can still win game 3.
Unless he loses game 1 and 2.
That's a risk he takes. he does it. He does it for
man living on the ledge.
Yeah.
So well, that was just a brilliant game to watch. Ollie's deck incredibly dangerous. Burns through so many cards, and it's just like every time it looked like he was just running into a dead end. Draws like one card, and it's like, oh, all of a sudden I'm now going through my deck again.
Yeah.
And even with all those cards, Tom still managed to snatch 2 wins there out of him. And the way he did that as well for the Acid Golem is you have to do all of your plays in a special order because Acid Golem stops you special summoning.
Yeah.
So he has to make all his summons, figure out how he's going to get over the Azure Dragon, and just go bang exactly. So that is Tom definitely either familiar with the situation that he was in, and playtest through multiple playtesting hours goes, okay, I know exactly how to break this wall.
Yeah, he's definitely worked on breaking
Or
walls.
he's just a monster. I just figured that out. Just I sat there and goes, got it.
Yeah, I've seen him do that before.
That's incredible. It's a gift.
In fact, the only reason why he did lose in the Nationals was literally because Crazy Box.
Crazy Box.
Yeah, that Ben Sherman, who he was against, was playing Mermails, and literally just turned to, here is all my Mermails.
The gentleman's question: can you deal with this? Yes or no? If the answer is no, you're going to lose.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, just so much card draw, and he went nowhere.
Yeah, even with all those cards, Ollie was unable to take that. That Dimensional Fissure that came in from Tom's side deck destroys Ollie. Or you see this, his banish pile was just massive.
It's huge.
If Tom can continue to play like that for the rest of the weekend, we very well may be seeing him picking up one of those prestigious top 4 slots.
Definitely.
That was just absolutely superb play from Tom. Guys, you can learn something from that. Watch these videos again and learn how he did that.
Definitely. And now you know how to get over that wall as well.
Yeah, if your opponent's got an Azure Eyes, you can beat it.
So stop playing the number 80.
Okay,
Definitely. So we have been told that it's the end of this round for us as well. So that was round 10. Thank you very much for your time. We will see you again in round 11.
Have fun, guys.